Today's PortSwigger tutorial is entitled Web Shell Upload via Race Condition. To solve the lab, we must exfiltrate the contents of Carlos's secret file by uploading a basic PHP web shell. Start by accessing the lab and logging in as winner with the password Peter. As with the previous labs in the File Upload Vulnerabilities series, we know we are looking for a vulnerable image upload function. This lab performs robust validation on the uploaded files, so we cannot employ any of the tricks we learned about earlier. However, we can entirely bypass the validation by exploiting a race condition in the way the server processes the uploaded file. We are being given the code snippet that validates the file, so we can better understand what is going on. This here is the code that introduces the race condition. As you can see, the file is saved to the public file system before validation. Move uploaded file is called before any security checks. That means that for a brief period of time, the file exists in the avatars directory. This creates the race window because once the file is written to the avatars directory, it remains accessible while the server performs validation. By issuing multiple GET requests immediately after the upload, we increase the likelihood of accessing the file during this brief window before it is deleted. Knowing all this, let's get back to the lab. First, upload a valid image file. The file has been uploaded. Next, upload a PHP file. This time, I will be using the file getContents function to exfiltrate the contents of Carlos's secret. You can of course still use the system function like we've been doing in the previous tutorials. We get an error telling us that only JPEG and PNG files are allowed. Let's go to burp, proxy, HTTP history and look for the request in which we uploaded our PHP shell. Send it to repeater. We also need a request that retrieves an uploaded file. For this, we need to click the filter settings at the top of the requests list, select images from the filter by MIME type section and click apply. We can now see a GET request for files /avatars /your image name, in my case minion.png. As you can see, this request returns the contents of our image. Send this request to repeater as well. In repeater, go to the GET request and try to access the PHP shell instead of the image. In my case, shell.php. You should receive a 404 not found response because, of course, the file was deleted by the server-side PHP code we saw earlier. Now, we will add the requests to a new group. For this, click on the plus button at the top. Select all of the tabs and click Create. Let's duplicate this request. Right-click the tab at the top of the window and select Duplicate tab. Put the value at 5 and click the Duplicate button. This adds 5 more identical GET requests to repeater. This is important because now we are going to send all of the requests at once in order to exploit the lab's race condition. Now click the downward arrow next to the Send button and select Send Group in Parallel. Finally, click the Send Group in Parallel button to execute the requests. This tells burp to send all of the requests at once, increasing the likelihood that one of the GET requests is processed while the upload file exists on the server before it is validated and deleted. As you can see, the post request responded in about 570 milliseconds. This is the total time the server spent handling the upload, including validation and deletion of the file. Looking through our GET requests, we can see that some of them responded with 404 not found, which means they either arrived before the file was written to the disk or after it had already been deleted. On the other hand, some GET requests, like this one, returned a 200 OK response, which means that the request was processed while the file still existed on the server during the validation phase. We also see this string in the response body, which corresponds to Carlos's secret. This means that our shell executed correctly. Copy this string, go back to the lab and submit the solution. The lab is solved. This is it for today's tutorial. Thank you for watching. Bye!